This is Andrew from Lethal Triad Medical. I'm just going to do a brief heads up on this industrial machine that we've now got. It's the JUKI LU-1510. It's the N7, which essentially is for the auto thread trimmer, but it's also an auto lubricating machine. Unpaid plug for Sewing Machines Australia. These guys were phenomenal up in Queensland. In particular, Anthony Pascoe, who helped me through the entire process of a novice not understanding a single thing about industrial machines. Helped me through my decision-making process over a couple of months. Was patient the entire time through, and then from woe to go through getting this built in Japan through to him in Brisbane. He constructed it, tested it with the rest of his team, and then obviously got it all packed up and sent down south to me. Arrived in an immaculate condition. I'll stick some of the photos up of what it looked like when it came to me, which was just phenomenal. So Warwick in particular for that one, thank you. The machine is a workhorse. It does all your fabrics, all your canvases, your nylons, anything heavy duty. Cordura was the main reason I wanted it, up to 1000 denier in multiple layers with multiple layers of webbing, which is why I got it. Comes with a very bloody good table that the guys get made up at Sewing Machines Australia, which is a lot more rugged than the one that comes with the machine when it's purchased. 3 manuals here, one obviously just for the machine itself, and then the CP180, which is the computer that gives this a bit more of capability. We'll go more about that later on, and then the parts list that comes with it. So there's not much that doesn't come with it. A lot of it is in multiple languages. I had to go through and just highlight the English, which made it easier for going through and setting up. Another beauty thing with the table is just these little handy drawers that come out. Just your scissors, lighters, all that you're going to use all the time is in place. Back to the machine itself. I said very heavy duty machine. Probably just starting from right. It's got a large hand wheel, which definitely helps if you need to use it at any stage for threading the machine or whatever. Up here, this is the adjuster for your foot. You might be able to zoom in a little bit. For the walking foot, you can see adjusts up and down depending on the height of the material you're working with. And that is really handy. You can just move that up and down on the fly as you sew. Reverse switch here, but you'll see as we go through, I've got another one, so this machine's set up for the pneumatics. And a point to note, actually straight away before I forget, is you do require an air compressor for this machine. It runs at 65 to 72 pounds per square inch. I think it's like 0.04 or something like that. I can't remember the other measurement, but 65 to 72 psi. So you need an air compressor to run the lines in for the pneumatics. Needle thread length, it's from 0 around to 9 mil. This one I really love. Instead of on some of the other machines, you got the bobbin winder at the side on another drive. This one is actually part of the machine itself. So you always have the bobbin winding as you're sewing, and then it will cut off once it's full, like many other machines. But you'll always have a bobbin that is ready to replace the one you've been using the entire time through. So your needle tensioners, thread tensioners up here. So your number 1 up here, but it also is the tensioner for, essentially tells you how much thread you're going to have left after the thread trimmer does its thing. If you want more or less, you can just adjust it from here. Then the other two across, and we're going to do a threading video as well as how to fill a bobbin up. Obviously, a compound feed machine, so the walking foot, and in here as well, obviously just nice easy slide over is for the bobbin, and the knives essentially for the thread trimmer. It goes inside. Now the other really good thing with this machine in particular is the safety clutch. So for whatever reason it starts to jam, the clutch will, safety clutch will engage, and then it's not going to damage the machine. and you can just press that down, turn the wheel, and it will free up wherever it got sort of jammed. You can take it from there. This one up here essentially is the way you adjust the down pressure on the needle foot on your material. I do use that a bit, so that's how you adjust that, sort of winding up and down, and then locking it back off. Up top here is essentially where you can see the viewer for how much oil is going through the machine. As it starts to stay, you'll see the oil start to trickle through, which is a good sign that the lubrication is working on its own. Underneath the machine here, you can see the oil pan. Alright, so it constantly feeds oil, which is a good thing. So if you get it in the morning, whatever, it doesn't really matter too much because it's going to constantly draw oil. A very good system. Fill the pan. I've hardly used any oil. It just does it all by itself. Like I said, the CP180, I'll show you a couple of things. Won't go into it too much because I don't really use it that much, so I don't know that much, to be honest. But in particular, the main one I use is the throttle, if you will, for the machine. It can go 3,000 stitches a minute. But speaking to Anthony, knew I was a novice at this. He did the right thing by me and changed the programming and the way it was used to drop it down to 1,800 stitches a minute. I'm more than happy with that. I don't do massive continual all day sewing, so at the end of the day what he's done is allow me to have more time on the machine, so it's not going to wear out any quicker. Then the thread stands at the back there. 2 spools sort of required, if you will. So one, obviously the top thread come through, do its thing, and then the other spool up there is what is used to continually feed your backup bobbin. So that's pretty good. The on-off switch, this has got the servo motor. Phenomenal motor, it's so quiet. It's off, it's on. You can't hear anything right now, which is fantastic. What I'll do now is just show you quickly. So everything is controlled by the pneumatics or the air. So for example, on the presser foot here, you can see my Uggies, it's cold in Canberra, is if I press backwards slightly, you look up here, it's going to raise the walking feet. And then its height it raises to on pneumatic, or in the air, is 16 millimeters. If I do it by hand, it raises 9 millimeters. Go back down. Just going to get some material out. This is 500 denier. To show everything it can do. With this, I've got the air or the reverse switch here as well. Again, under pneumatics, or obviously using the manual switch will work just as fine. So that's only on maybe half. That's not all the way down. But with the servo motor, I can control it so easily. Bring it back. What I'll do now is I'll move it all the way up. So I've got some serious speed in this now. And remember, this is not the maximum of the machine. So still, at that max speed, I can control. That's an awesome job. Pretty sweet. So this is where it becomes really convenient with the thread trimmer. All I'm doing is I'm going to push back 2 presses on the foot pedal. So one will lift it, another one, and holding it does the thread trimming. And now I can just put it straight back down. It's gone. Obviously, you just trim your edges, do your lock stitches where required. It does a bloody good job there. Just going to double this over a few times. perfect. Go again. So that just punched straight through that. Not to worry at all. And that's that stitch there we just did. No, this is 500 denier, so that's pretty damn thick, and you'll still stitch over that with webbing as well.